welcome in to another edition of Pop Up with Jacob. Big ups to you if you're popping up tonight, popping up tomorrow, whatever time it may be for you. Glad you're here. Having a pretty chill evening. Listening to some and reading some opinions online. You know how that always goes. Anyway, there's so much to talk about this evening. There's actually more that we're going to talk about tomorrow during the live stream. But big ups if you're here. Honestly, it had been a minute since I streamed. So honestly, I just wanted to do a little streaming tonight. Might do a solo. We might have a couple guests pop up. Hey, it's all gravy what happens. We just go with the motion of the ocean, if you know what I'm saying. First off and foremost, we're getting this show kicked off. I have to mention, this is a link below. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but as you can see, here's a list of my and Michael's beloved patrons. First and foremost, in the Soggy Undies Club, we got Alan 10-inch Sibley, the one and only founding member there. 10-inch Club, we have Queen Ellie of Tottenham Till I Die, Leo COYS, 1882, Gogama, and Faraz. Big ups to you, all in the 10-inch Club. Then we also have an official sponsors club. That consists of James George, J. Co., Mile High Hotspur, Scott M. So big ups to y'all. Big ups to the Anchor Club as well. You know who you are. Ah, man, what a day. What a day. Let me turn this music down. What am I doing? Big up, James George. As I was speaking, you came into existence. Big ups, James George. Hope you're doing good on a Chicago evening, about 9:50, 10 p.m. almost for you. Big ups for you popping up with Jacob tonight. Intaj, what's cracking? How are we doing? I want to know. I put a poll. I don't know if you saw it yet. I put a poll there in the chat. I just kind of want to feel the vibe tonight, see kind of, how we're feeling. What we think of the window. It closed. Let's see. I'm going to pull this thing up. Big up, man. Whatever time you're tuning in, whether it's live, whether it's not. Big up. Oh, I see Bobby K in the comments. Bobby K. Big up. Thank you for popping up. And big up yourself, sir. Come on, you Spurs. How are you feeling, Bobby K? James, Intaj, Eugene? How we feeling tonight? Like, the window's been closed for some hours. I feel like we've had a little bit of time to marinate, a little bit of time to simmer. I just want to know how we all doing. That's right. Kang is in the house. The Kang has popped up. Big up the Kangs. J-Co, big up. How are you doing, man? Good to see you, J-Co. We got to get you moved over to Patreon, buddy. We're trying to get rid of that Anchor and just move everything to one place as far as supporter-wise. So hit that link, I'll try and actually I'll put that link there in the chat. But you know what? We ain't got to worry about none of that tonight. Tonight we just chilling out. We vibing. Honestly, I'm just like kind of happy the window's closed, to be honest. I don't know how everyone else is feeling. I'm ready for just worrying about football. We got enough to worry about. How to do that, J-Co. I just posted the link right there in the chat. It's also on the ticker down below. You can click that link. We got a few new clubs. Actually, per Bobby K's advice, I went against what Anchor said. And I created a Lover's Lane tier. It's $1. So you can do $1 a month too. If you want to be part of that Lover's Lane, that's a new tier that I just created actually the other night. So big ups, Bobby K. You put me onto that, so big ups to you, Eugene. Big ups to you. How are you doing? Good morning, sir. Good morning for you as well. So good to see you in the house. Went to fair trying to see what all happened. All right, Intaj, so you're catching up. We'll catch you up tonight. You can hang out here. We'll catch you up. Someone will catch you up here, whether it be in the chat, whether it be a guest, or me. I'll try and catch you up, but you know how I can be. I can run with the flow. I'm like a squirrel on a branch. And if I'm in the forest, you never know what branch I'm going to be on next. So I'm a little big for a squirrel, but you understand what I'm saying. James Joris was hoping for one or two more, but it is what it is. Time to take care of business with the tools we have. Excellent, James. See, I'm glad that you pop up. When you pop up, you talk some sense, you talk some brightness, you talk some rightness. Big up yourself, James. Thank you for being here. You say, oh man, agree. Glad the hypotheticals and the rumors are over. We can just focus on the games. You and me both, buddy. I think you all know, anyone who tunes into this, if you're listening to my voice, I'm sure that you know how I feel about Adama Traore, however you want to say it, the man, the myth, the legend. For me, big miss there. Big miss. We're going to get into it. Trust me. I don't want to get too going about my Adama, but don't worry. I got a little something I got to say. I also got something I got to say about Hugo Lloris. I feel like he's been getting some hate. People been hating, man. So much hate. And all I got is love. All I got is love. Bobby K in the house. New patron. Founding member of the Lover's Lane. Here we go. Let me get that banner made for you, buddy. Get that 3 Spurs boys here. We'll go ahead and put that there. Anyway, how we all doing in the chat? I see some people popping up. Okay. I'm working on that banner for you, Bobby. I'm going to get that updated, but big ups, brother. Thank you so much. Be like Bobby. You can be part of the Lover's Lane. $1 a month. No biggie. Just get you to shout. We'll shout you out. You're always welcome on the show as well. James Joris. Big up, Bobby K. Goguma. How are you doing? Goguma says, Jacob, you are perfect timing for me again. Lunchtime. Something told me that this time slot was going to be a clandestine, if you will, time slot. So big ups for everyone being here. Scott in, big up yourself. Big up, Jacob. I'm out doing some late-ish night shopping, but I'll try to make it back in time to jump on. Big ups, my friend. I will go ahead and hit me on WhatsApp. Anyone y'all want to come on? Just hit me on that WhatsApp. I'll bring you in. Bring you on. You can pop in with Jacob. Goguma saying hello to everyone. The empress of YouTube herself. Goguma. Big ups. Enthaj, you read my mind. It's definitely a big miss. There's a million reasons why. And I'm not just trying to quote a Lady Gaga song. Big up Lady Gaga if you went and saw her at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But there's a million reasons why we should have brought in Adama Traore. I'm just going to put it like that. The whole Dan James thing, that thing was like, it made me mad because everyone was talking about that rather than bringing in Adama for a reasonable price. A very reasonable price, might I add. I'd also argue that Basumo was quite a reasonable price. Why don't we do another reasonable price? Another reasonable buy? That's how I feel. Anyway, thank you again. Popping up. We're about 10 minutes in. We got about 10 of y'all here. If you haven't already, hit that like. You're probably subscribed if you're here. So big up if you are. If you're not, subscribe. Come on. What you doing? Anyway, hit that like. Hit that poll. Got a poll going in the chat. Window is closed. How are we feeling? All right, let's see. Oh, we got a 3-way tie right now with 9 votes. We got 3 votes saying fine, not great, but it's okay. We got 3 votes saying have to do better. And 3 votes saying we suck, I have no hope. I love that one. That one's just a... You know what? It's okay if you don't have hope. Because I got hope for you. I got reasons why you should hope. They extend beyond the field, the pitch, if you will. There's a lot of reasons to be hopeful. I think we're in a much better position, first off and foremost, than we were last season. And last season we were able to accomplish something that not a lot of people thought we could. So, big ups. J-Co, don't know what you're saying, but I think it's awesome that y'all are talking and saying stuff. And I like the emojis. Hell yeah, 3 smiles, 3 hearts. Big up yourselves. I need to learn Korean. I need to at least learn how to read it or something. Because I Don't know what y'all are saying. But James Joris says, I think I can guess what you picked in the poll, Scott M. It might have been that 3. That 3 that voted, we suck, I have no hope. Or maybe it's not Scott M. Scott M's alter ego. And he voted, I'm fine. Not great, but it's okay. I feel like his alter ego actually would have voted for the... Shockingly, 0 votes have come in for ecstatically moist. I thought that might get like at least 1 or 2. But here we stand. 0 votes for ecstatically moist. We got 3 votes for we suck, I have no hope. 3 votes for have to do better. Fine. Not great, but it's okay. We got another 3 votes. Big ups if you voted. I like doing that. I like trying to feel the vibe of the room, you know? I appreciate everyone popping up. They're exchanging greetings. Okay. I need to remember them. Take a little screenshot. Remember them little greetings. So maybe I can try and write it. I don't know if I have the keyboard for that, but big ups, Gogama. I hope you're having a fabulous lunch break. I want to know. I'm going to ask everyone. Window's closed. We've had quite a few signings. I would hope you know who they are. I mean, I can rattle them off. We got Fraser Forster, backup goalkeeper from Southampton, I believe. Big boy, tall man, 6'7", goalkeeper. I mean, just pretty much, I think, a homegrown buy as well, but he's solid. Number 2, Ivan Perisic. We picked him up on a free. I think that's great business. That's a class signing. It's just money on top of the cake. The fact that it was a free. And then 3rd is actually probably my favorite, and that's Yves Bissouma. I've been a big fan of Bissouma for a few years here now. I just think he has a lot of physicality. Excuse me, I think Bissouma has a lot of physicality. I think what he suffered from the most, as far as the start that we saw in against West Ham, that early yellow, man, that really messed him up. I really think that messed with his mindset. It messed with his ability to just go into a challenge and make a decision. I think that and that's taking away Yves Bissouma's best abilities. His best abilities is putting his body on you, quite frankly, letting you feel that 3rd leg, and taking the ball away. I think those are his best things that he does, and he does it very well. So when you get an early yellow, and the kind of yellow that he got, I mean, just, I want to know how we all felt about that Yves Bissouma yellow. I mean, I know I'm kind of talking all over the place about our signings, but Yves Bissouma was my favorite signing. I guess we can talk about the game more. Let's stick to... This is why I need Michael. This is why I need Michael here. He helps keep me in line. We're talking about signings, and I'm trying to talk to you about Bissouma's performance. Anyway, the 3rd signing, Yves Bissouma from Brighton. He's a great player, but, you know, I think he struggled, and it was not great, and I was pretty disappointed to see that. But he's still probably my favorite signing, so I'll put it that way. And then the 4th signing we have is Richarlison, which I'm assuming the last 3 names that I mentioned, in Perisic, Bissouma, and Richarlison, would be a lot of people's favorite signings. I think that would be... I mean, all those are great choices, in my opinion. And then 5th, Clement Longley on a season-long loan with no buy option, so he's going to go back to Barcelona at the end of the season. He hasn't been fit for us, quite frankly, I don't think. So Clement Longley, it's funny, that's actually my least favorite signing. I'll just let y'all know right now. That was my least favorite signing, 1,000%. And there's a few reasons why, but as far as the signings we got in this window, there's also Jed Spence, Destiny Udogie, who, as you may well know, we got him, we bought him, and loaned him back to the club, in which we did all that for. So, you know, make of that what you will, as far as if that's good business or if that's bad business or whatever y'all think. But, you know, some people have been pretty upset about this window. Early on, I think I highly rated this window just because of the sheer fact that we were getting these guys in, Perisic, Bissouma, Richarlison. I was like, damn, like we're putting business on and we're serious. And it made me feel like we were serious. I gotta say, like, as time went on, I think a lot of people, and myself included, our expectations, our hopes started to kind of dwindle and go down as the window went on, and then I kind of got as you all know, I got a very much bump in love, or bump in hope, if you will, that Adama Traore was going to come. Again, this is the second consecutive year, or second consecutive summer window. This is the second consecutive summer window we've been linked with the guy, and we've not been able to bring him in. I almost said I have not been able to bring. If it was up to me, shit, he'd be wearing a Tottenham jersey. Let's just put it that way. But let's see, Goguma here. Goguma's favorite is Perisic. Loves Perisic. That's a great choice. That's a very great choice. Like I said, I support Perisic, Bissouma, Richarlison, all those being favorite picks. I can see why. I can understand it. For me personally, I was really excited to see Bissouma come through that door. Why such an early yellow for Tsum Tsum? Basum Tsum. I like that. Do you play that game, Tsum Tsum? My wife loves that game. It's like you pop little Disney character bubbles and they all got little powers anyway. The early yellow, I mean, okay, I'm going to star that. I'm going to come back to it and I want to read through everyone's favorite. Bobby K says that was one dumbass card to get in reference to Yves Bissouma in that early yellow where he slammed the ball against the floor like a knucklehead. But he was pretty frustrated. James Jor's favorite is Perisic, already basically our best winger, which is not saying much. At least does Levy still being signed on as our chairman count? That's a good least favorite choice. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people pretty upset with Levy. I understand it. I get it completely. I feel like the people who've been around longer have a little bit more stronger feelings about the guy. Me personally, like, I've just always kind of understood, like, it is what it is. Maybe that's me being passive, understanding that it's just like, to me, it just feels like, we're all shouting in a bucket at some point, just saying, oh, this or that. And whether he hears it or not, I'd be real interested to see. Hit me up, Daniel, if you listening. Do you hear the people talking? Do you hear the people saying things? That's what I want to know. But if you don't, like, it doesn't matter, because if he's not getting affected by it, I think the biggest effect is what happens on game day. And unfortunately, as you know, I'm not able to I'm not able to do that. One day, I'll be there one day. Don't you worry. James Joris, I dislike buying and loaning back. We need to get players in who will go straight into play. Waste of cash. I do agree. It's frustrating me. I will say a little bit though. It gives me like a Serie A team to pay attention to, because I'm just gonna look at it and say, okay, we got Destiny Udogie. I'm just constantly watching. Anytime Udinese play, I'm gonna watch and I'm gonna pay attention to this guy. I want to see what he's got. So big ups to that, but I don't know if it's worth how much. What was it, 13 some million we spent? 16.2 million on Udogie and then loaned him back to Udinese. It's a big fee, but he's a big boy. He's only getting bigger. And the first game I watched him in, I will say, he looked like the best player out there. He looked, but that was also against a lesser side in a Serie A team. And then they played Fiorentina most recently. And he wasn't great. He didn't stand out like he did in the first game. And I think maybe that's just levels of competition. I don't know. Make of that what you will. I'm no scout. I'm not going to claim to be. But I like all the physical traits. He seems to got his head on a swivel. He seems to physically have it. So he scored a goal also in that first game that he had that I watched. Goguma, big up. No, haven't played it, but now I want to after hearing your description. Yeah, if you like Disney, if you like into the bubble mashing games or whatever, where you like connect them, it's I'll put it in the chat. It's called Sim Sim, like that, and it's like Disney characters. My wife loves it. She plays all the time. I will say I tried it. I'm just not good at it. My reflexes are not. My fingers don't move that fast. You have to have fast fingers to be good at this game. I unfortunately do not have fast fingers like that. My thumbs My thumbs are large. I have large thumbs. Tyler Vestal, what's up, buddy? Says, what up, Jacob? Vestal, if y'all are on Twitch, go check him out. That Vestal. I don't know if there's an underscore in there. Correct me if I'm wrong. But go check him out if y'all guys are on Twitch. He plays games. God of War most recently. J.Co. I just can't believe how bad Dyer, Sanchez, and Emerson are going forward. You know what? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about West Ham. Let me take down this transfer banner. Okay, I don't have no transfer banner up. There you go. Nope. Yes, I do. Look at that. Let me put that back up. Oh, no, I took it down. Bobby, I'm actually going to add you right now to the Lover's Lane tier. Lover's Lane tier. Or is it Club? I don't know. I'll put Club right now. How about that? You like that? This is cool. You know, I just kind of got control of the whole thing. Michael's not here. He's actually out of town. So if you're tuning in tomorrow, unfortunately, no Michael. But big up Michael anyway. He's in Dallas. He's out there in Dallas having a good time. Let's see. I think I did it right. Yep, sure did. Put that back up. Look at there. New link for supporters. There it is. Soggy Undies Club. Got to put Alan 10-inch Sibley first and foremost. Patron of the Soggy Undies Club. It's quite an elusive club. 10-inch club. It's got a couple more people in attendance, if you will. You see him down there below. Let's see. Official sponsors club. And then is the Lover's Lane with 3 Spurs boys. Big up 3 Spurs boys. Bobby K. Doing wonderful things over there. It's a family affair. It's a family affair over there. So, yes, big up Michael. This Sim is super cute. Yeah, my wife loves it. My wife loves it so much. Vestal, appreciate that. Yes. He says just that Vestal. So, anybody over there on Twitch, well, I'm trying to get a Twitch going, but honestly, being a full-time dad makes that hard, makes that complicated. So, but big ups, Vestal. Big up if y'all are over there and you can go subscribe. Hit him with that United Spurs of America takeover. Cubes, I'm driving, but I'm listening to you, Jacob. Cubes, drive safe. Be careful. 10 and 2. You know what I mean? 10. You don't watch this, but for you at home who is watching, 10 and 2. Maybe that could be taken out of context, what you just saw me do. That's right. Big up, Michael. THFC till I die. Dermot or Ellie. Don't know which one, but big ups both of you. Big up you guys. Good window for me. 7 out of 10. There's a little bit of positivity. There's some. I've been seeing some 7s out of 10. I think I'm going to change my rating. And you know what? That's actually... I want to know what everyone else rates it because we got a lot of business done early. Here you go. It's Dermot. Big up, Dermot. I know it's early, late, whatever, wherever you are, but I hope you're doing well, my friend. Big ups. Everyone go over there at THFC till I die. That's Ellie. She's part of the 10-inch club. She's a part of that channel, so go check her out. Tyler says, thank you, gonna lurk and enjoy the vibes. Big ups, my friend. Thank you for popping up with Jacob tonight. C. Shearman. What's up, C? Window was a 6.5 out of 10. Okay. See, I think I'm kind of somewhere in between. I'm between C. Shearman and Dermot. I feel like casually I just want to say my rating's like a 6.9 just because... I think that'd be great. And we got a couple players that I actually really, really look forward to seeing grow and do things for this club. One being Perisic. I think that he's going to be monumental for the youth, i.e. Sessegnon. Perisic also is very versatile. I think he can play. He came in as like a left mid. I heard he played a little striker. Can't confirm it. I never watched. But if he did, that's what's up. He's clearly one of our best players instantly. He comes on, he shows you exactly what a wingback's supposed to look like. I love it. I appreciate it. So I feel like it's hard for me to be too upset about this window because, quite frankly, I think we spent more of this window than our average was. I was reading a tweet from Cody Mack. Okay, Cody, if you listen to this, I don't quote or I don't shout out our Twitter sources all the time. I usually credit them as at whoever the fuck, because usually big ups at whoever the fuck. But at Cody Mack, most y'all know him in the community. Our boy Cody Mack, north of the border. That was a terrible accent. Some thoughts on his Tottenham transfer windows. What he said was the net spend was 118.04 million. And he also said out of the past 3 seasons before this, our 3-year average was 72.74 million. So automatically that's like 46 million difference. 46 million in excess to our 3-year average. You could say we dropped some money. I mean, we also got Christian Romero, our Rolls Royce. We signed him up 5 years. 5 years of Romero. Come on. 5 years of Christian Romero. That's a big signing. I mean, I know we got him last year. We're doing the Kulusevski one next year. It's all good, but I'm pretty sure it was an obligation at this point. Just because we've been using him so much and we need him so much. So, not upset about that. Bissouma, he's going to come good. Trust me. Or don't. I don't give a shit. But Yves Bissouma is a great, great footballer. I was interested because he kind of fills the role that I think Hojbjerg plays. And I thought at the very beginning, I thought it'd be like a Bentancur and Bissouma at some point. But time and time again, our boy Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg, he proves why he deserves to start every week. I mean, he's been our best midfielder since he came in. And if you don't agree with that, like, I mean, tell me who's better. You could argue that Skip's like physically or technically more gifted and does it more elegantly, but like he's also not available. So all that great, ability that he's got so much more of than Hojbjerg, which I'll admit he does. Skip has an immense amount of ability, but he's just not healthy. He's always getting hurt. So like at some point you got to rate higher, in my opinion, you got to rate higher the guy who's actually available, who's going to be there. So Hojbjerg all day, he's been our best midfielder. So big ups him. Big ups everyone in the chat. Big ups if you like this. C. Shearman said, I like the youth and experience. I think it is definitely a step forward. I think Conte knows that you can't do too much in one window. I don't like the right wing back and the center back situation. That was actually when we were getting rumored with Adama Traore, a guy who I'm very endeared with, if you will. He's a large man. He's a very large man. I'll put him up, actually. Put a little photo up. For those of you who don't know what he looks like Vestal. I don't know if you know what he looks like. That's Adama Traore with Heung Daddy. I kind of wanted to see him come in and play that right wing back. I think that if you put that physical specimen under the tutelage of Antonio Conte, amazing things can happen. I think that his physical ability as well as his natural ability to just get past people, the stats back it up. I don't care what his goals, his assists are. You can tell me all this. I see you, Bobby K. Jacob, you don't like Adama? Didn't know that. Or Jacob, you do like Adama? I didn't know that. I do. Big up Corbin Perkins. Big ups to the girthy boy. I think he's calling me girthy. I don't know if it's flattering or I don't know if it's insulting, but big ups that you're here. Thank you for being here. Scott M, was that a Canadian? It was an attempt at one. Quite frankly, I'm just trying to forget that it happened. So apologies. J. Co, what we needed from the beginning was a big name center back, center mid forward. And Levy, as always, shopped at Walmart instead of Gucci. Quantity over quality. Okay. I agree. I definitely agree. A major miss was Bremer, Serie A Defender of the Year, big thick boy, big girthy. If you've seen Bremer at all, he's a big lad. Juventus wanted him. He wanted to stay in Italy, so I hear that argument. We didn't get the Bastoni deal done. He didn't want to leave Italy. Apparently, these people don't want to leave Italy to play in England. Maybe it's the weather. Jose Mourinho might have had a point. I don't know. Make of that what you will, but I agree, Jaco. We needed a big name center back. I was really hoping for Bremer. I seen Bremer play a few times, and then he won Defender of the Year, and I was like, okay, so he's been doing that the whole season. I'm not going to claim to have watched the whole Italian Serie A season, but after I heard about the guy, I tuned in, and I was like, this guy's good. Juventus thinks the same thing. They picked him up. We should have just swooped in and done what our friends at the Godfather, or is it Sopranos? I make you an offer you can't refuse. I think that's what we should have done. Walk in there, blam, lay it out there for Bremer, get it done, bring him in. But we did not. We did not. Strapping. Yes, I think you're talking about Adama there. He is a very strapping gentleman. Grace Mulkey. Big up, Grace. Big ups. I hope the campaign's going well. Actually, it's over now. 20 minutes by now. I hope it ended well. Big ups. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button. Big ups yourself. Bobby K. Girthy is a compliment. It means you're hulky. Ooh, hulky. Wink, wink. Bobby, if you're not doing anything, buddy, you want to hop on, let me know. I'll send you that link. You can hop on. I want to know what you think, too, of the transfer window. You ain't told me what you thought yet. C. Sherman, Chelsea didn't get the Vardiol deal done either, though, right? I don't know. I don't think I remember seeing anything like official, but I remember they were tickling around an idea of like, oh, we'll get him, kind of like the same thing we did with Udogie, where we buy him and then we loan him back to the club that we bought him from. I think it was that's the last thing I heard about it. Honestly, Chelsea have been doing so much business that I have really just been like, you know what? Fuck them. I'm not trying to pay too much attention to what they're doing, but they're doing a lot of business. That's actually something I wanted to talk about tomorrow during tomorrow's show. Hope all of y'all can be there. It's at 12:30 Mountain Time. That's 2:30 Eastern Standard. UK 7:30 p.m. if you're tuning in from the UK. Bobby K says it's from The Godfather. Hell yeah. I make you an offer you can't refuse. I need to look. What do? He put cotton balls in his mouth? That's fine. All right, buddy. I got you. Copy and paste that thing. Send that thing to Bobby K. Where? Oh. Of course. Oh, sorry. Goguma, I missed your WhatsApp. You sent... Goguma, you were always welcome on. I apologize. I didn't realize I didn't put the link in the thing, but I WhatsApped it to you. You know what? Boom. There it is. Y'all want to jump on. Y'all want to pop up with Jacob tonight. I put the link there in the chat. I also texted it to you, Bobby K and Goguma. Check it out. Jaco, the reason why our wingbacks are important is we have no attack from the middle. Definitely from the middle. We have not a lot, and it doesn't look the greatest, but sometimes Pierre-Emile Højbjerg can do something good. Sometimes. I'm not saying that's right, that that's appropriate, that that's necessary, that we can't do better. We definitely can do better. Big ups, Goguma. Stu. Big ups yourself. Big up yourself, Stuart. Big up, Jacob. Look up Adama Traore. Signs for Hull. You got me earlier, buddy. I don't know whose stream we were chatting on. But you said Adama Traore went to Hull, and I was like, what's crazy is I had actually done that in a FIFA career. I played with Hull for some reason, and I put Adama Traore on there and just tried to make him like boss up the league in FIFA. And so when you said that, I was like, no fucking way did I just put this into existence. There's no way that happened. And so I'm really glad that it didn't. But big ups. Adama Traore version 2, if you will, signed for Hull. You got me, Stuart. I'm not going to lie. You did get me earlier. cubes. I'll jump on when I get to my destination. Get there safely. Told you Arsenal looked good, but you laughed. We're all laughing. We're all laughing at Arsenal. I can't lie. Arsenal's funny. It's funny to me. They may be top of the league now, but I'm going to just say enjoy it. Enjoy it while you got it, because the top of the league will be fleeting fast. Things will shake up the way they are destined to. And that's not just in football, baby. That's in life. So just always remember, do good to your people. Do good by your people. Good things always going to come your way. See, Sherman, Dest wouldn't have been a bad right wing back under Conte. This is interesting. Now, he goes from one large club in Barcelona to another large club in AC Milan. That's good. He's a United States men's national team starting right wing back. I believe he's preferred over DeAndre Yedlin. I'd be foolish if he wasn't, but then again, Greg Berhalter is not. I would equate him to making as good of decisions as what's that guy, Southgate, for England. My buddy Leo would know. He follows England. He would know who I'm talking about. But anyway, Dest, my friend, I think Dest is good. I think he's got a lot of quality. I think he's still a little raw. I think he still needs a little fine tuning, but he can be great. He's shown moments of brilliance, honestly. There was a game, I can't remember, maybe it was one of them trophies we won this season. I don't know. But that's what we do with the United States men's national team. England, I don't think you understand what that means, but I said it softly, so I didn't offend anybody too much. Good, thanks. Bobby K, asleep now. Stuart, you're asleep. You're tuning in while you sleep. What a supporter. What a supporter. He's asleep, and he's in the chat. Sergino Dest, this guy's quality. I think he's good. Unfortunately, what was it, like 20 mil? That's not that much. It's not that much. We spent more giving Sevilla Eric Lamela and buying Brian Keel, who you might know did not go out on loan in Valencia. We thought that was happening. It did not happen. And again, the pendulum swings, or I guess, what would it be? Like the fucking merry-go-round goes round and round again. With my disdain, I guess frustration, you might call it, with the whole Brian Heel saga. I know some people, they call him Heel Messi or Lionel Heel. I've heard it. Hey, whether he can be, I'm not going to try and cap nobody's potential here. I want all the beautiful butterflies to soar. I want all the birdies to take flight, get where they want to go, achieve the things they want to achieve. I'll leave it there. Dest would have been good. I think that he, I don't know if he would have been like the most improved we could have made. I think I would have seen like a Dumfries would have been a solid, realistic buy. Does anyone know what's up with the whole Inter Milan thing? I thought they had to end their window with like a 73 something mil profit, and they did. I don't know if they did that. Anyone in the chat, educate me. Let me know. Let me know if you know what the hell happened there, because I was really hoping we get Skriniar. I was really hoping we get really anybody that just got in. Send a link. Send it. Big ups yourself. Excited to see you come in. I just got an email again. I guess because I didn't open it, but Bobby K, my email wants me to know that you're part of the Lover's Lane, my friend. So big ups yourself, and thank you for that. While we're here tonight, I'm going to bring in and pop up a very special guest. With Scott M. How you doing? Pop up with Scott M.
Oh, I was going to dance along to that music. I quite like that music.
Yeah?
When you first played it for me, I loved it. So Feel
Yeah,
like it now. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, my friend. It's almost 9:30. Honestly, not too upset about things. I was hoping there'd be a little this and that, a little something to munch on as far as deadline day. I was a little disappointed when the window ended. There was no like nothing, no nothing. No, last thing we know is Wink's gone. Right? I think that's the last bit of business we did. I was a little disappointed. Because you look at a
Yeah.
team like Chelsea, they spend like 306. I think I saw in US dollars 306.9 million. That's a lot of dough. They signed a lot of players and they got what? Aubameyang. I mean, whether he comes good or not remains to be seen. He was okay. I never rated him too highly. Didn't think he was that impressive at Fartalonia either. But let's see. Stewart's asking Bobby
Yeah.
K,
I
why are
mean,
you asking about my wife?
I think when you look at Aubameyang, I'm not saying that he's a great player. He's not, Son or Kane levels at all, but he's what they needed. And I think that they don't necessarily need that percent, 20 goal a season guy at striker because they seem to be able to create goals from other places in their side. Like as we saw, Reece James, right? You got him out there. Their
Hmm.
midfield seems to have a few guys, so that's what I'm kind of a little bit nervous in his prime. I mean, if he was prime Aubameyang, that would be really quite good. Just we want him being from playing over in the scum when he was at his prime. He was that 20 goal guy, right? But
Hmm.
that is my concern. Second, and as for us, oh man, I wish I was surprised that we didn't do anything. But I think I kind of early on, I really got excited about this window. I thought it might be a little bit different, but as we got back to the old Tottenham way, where we're having a lot of rumors about maybe getting a player, in this case Dan James, and then it all turns out to nothing. The Carrasco rumors were a little bit more up my alley. That's kind of the player that I was hoping we'd get, but I think right away we saw those guys that those rumors kind of got shut down as soon as they appeared, and I've seen his name in the chat, so I will address it. Of course, we didn't get Adama, so I know that must be the biggest disappointment that you had. I know you were
That
thinking that
one
we might have
cuts
got him
deep.
after he left Barcelona, but
Um, well, we got another special guest here in the back. I'm not gonna play. Should I play the intro, Scott? It's your call. You're running it now.
I
Play the
always if
intro.
it's gonna be that song, I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna bounce around to it in the background while you enjoy.
CQ. Oh, whoa. I don't,
Uh-oh.
it says I added you, but I don't see your icon. Am I tripping?
It said she
It
came in
looks
with
like I'm-
audio only. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. I can't see you there, cubes. But we got
oh
cubes in the house.
no. But I usually pop up. So I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on. I
It's
didn't do
strange.
anything.
Your little thing in the corner where I make, because I tried to do, you know how I put Scott up solo? I put him up big screen, full screen. Look at Scotty. I was going to do the same thing so we could see your Batman avatar. But we can
Hmm.
hear you. Bobby confirmed we can hear
That is
you.
so weird. Because
But
usually
it says you joined with audio only. So I don't know what that's about.
I've
oh
never seen it. I'm not a StreamYard expert, but
it's weird.
I don't know. But how are you doing, mystery voice that we do not know where it's coming from?
I can jump out and jump back in.
Okay, yeah, let's try that.
Otherwise I'm like Big Brother.
You're just talking down on us all.
I'm like
try
Big Brother
to talk while-
says I am the voice in your head.
Oh no, I have enough of those. I don't need
Okay.
any more.
I'll jump back in. I'll jump out and jump back in.
All right, big ups. We'll see you in a sec. You didn't even notice that she just left right now because you couldn't see her. So people showing some love real quick to you, Scotty. Stewart says big up. Goguma, hi twin.
Good guy.
Jaco
Goguma
says,
win.
Scott M. I finally put your face to your chats. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. It's I mean, I'm here talking Spurs with you. There's a lot of other things I probably should be doing right now. This is better than all
Don't
those things.
yeah, don't remind me, or don't remind my wife either, because she'll definitely remind me. Um, I put you in against cubes, and it says you're with audio only. Still, do
Yeah,
not see you.
well, I mean, I obviously my camera is off because it always is. So that's
Yeah,
very strange that you won't show my avatar or anything.
yeah,
I guess I'm just the voice in the background. So,
Yeah, Will
yeah.
says even if she jumps out and in, it won't work, and he's he seems to know more about StreamYard than anybody I've
Oh, here we
seen
go.
before. He knows what's going on. So
Yeah, Will Stewart says you have a setting for don't show turned off camera settings on. Oh, that
Weird.
might be on my end.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I was like, I didn't do anything differently.
Let's see. Guest must authenticate. I don't know what that means. General. Let's see. Oh, audio avatars.
Yes,
Yeah,
James
yeah,
Morrison.
yeah,
Batman
yeah,
is hiding in the Batcave.
Here we go. Hold on.
like I said,
Should I
if
redo
you have
the intro?
questions, Will knows
Oh,
what's going on.
there I am.
There you are. We got you in. It was on my end, Cube. You did nothing wrong. It was all me. Here's your solo time. You popped up with Jacob. Big up, Will. Thanks for helping me out there. I didn't know. I ain't never seen that before, but big up.
Will is always pro at the tech stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
We need cook up something interesting for the future so that maybe I will be a little bit less of just this circle thing, sort of talking.
Okay.
Stay tuned. You might
At
see
least-
the real me.
At least Batman is wearing a shirt today. I mean, that was a little inappropriate the other night. I don't know what you were thinking.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
suggested
We had
that shirt
naked
off.
Batman.
That's a little ridiculous, but
Just so you know, though, Jake, I know I feel like I just took over your stream, but I feel like you had doubled your viewership once you started talking about Adama. Because I looked, I was like, he starts
big
talking
up.
about Adama, and it's like he doubled his viewership.
Oh yeah, I see that. I see that comment here. Your viewers just doubled when you started talking about Adama and his sexy. I mean, I used a photo that you gave me. It's been downloaded though. Let's see. I'm missing some comments here. Sorry, I ain't caught up. We were getting some technical difficulties out of the way. I know the game is on the left side curling in. Okay. Loan to buy, amazing deal. Yeah, Bobby K. Why are you asking about his wife? He wants to know. Scott, take your time, buddy. Don't worry, my friend. I started this comment, but there's a couple more before. Eugene, don't worry, everyone. We can still go raid the championship. Actually, I like some players from the championship. Some players from the championship are actually quality. So,
That's true.
you know, Ivan Toney played in the championship, helped that team get promoted. It happens every year. So there's quality. You just got to pick the right ones. Wikipedia, big up my friend. How you doing out there? I think you're still in Florida. East Coast, late night. Good to see you, Wikipedia. So no Adama. How are you doing, Jacob? Do you need a hug? See, I mean, you might be right, Cube. You might be onto something. If I start talking about Adama, people tune in. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I always thought it was the opposite. I thought people were like, "Oh shit, here he goes," and then they didn't want to hear any more of my shit. So here we go. I'll run through some more of these comments. Stuart says, "Big up, Eugene." Bobby K says, "Always intro. Always got to do the intro. I'll do that next. If we have another guest, I will do the intro." J. Co says, "We needed Adama, buddy. You know. Here we go. She's not popping up on pop-up. She finally popped up. Her voice popped up. They're saying log in. Okay, this is where we're catching up. Will Stewart jumped in, corrected us. Rob Patterson. What's up, Rob Patterson? Big up yourself. Ain't seen that name before. So how do my American friends feel about the window? Just stumbled across this channel. Big up yourself, Rob. Thank you for stumbling upon us. This is a little bit different than what we normally do here on the show. This is a little bit of a different thing. Just I kind of needed to do a pop-up show, pop-up with Jacob. So appreciate you popping up tonight. For me, I guess this is excluding our friend Scott because he's not well, I guess, I mean, if you count like the continent of America, but he's not USA America. So, Cubes, how you feel about the window?
I'm a little. I'm disappointed. I've talked about it already. Like I'm disappointed. But you know what? Just to temper what I've said in the past about being disappointed, I don't think that it was. Even when I was angry, I was like, this window is shit. It's not. Okay. We did get some quality in, where with some areas, because before the West Ham game, I did look at it and think, look at the starting lineup. If it was like this time last year, we would have had Cess instead of Perisic, and we would have had Winks instead of Bissouma, because what if Bentancur was out and everything, right? So I was like, there are some improvements there, in quality, and we got like some people in really early, so it's not like some people are like 0 out of 10 or something. I was like, no, it's not that bad, but it is very disappointing.
-4.
Yeah, I was like, but it is really disappointing, and I felt like I was really disappointed because I thought that we were going to have at least one more like attacker in, So it's like, even from like a numbers perspective, it wasn't. We didn't actually like improve on it in a numbers perspective.
Okay.
I think my biggest concern is sorry, if you don't mind me jumping in.
No,
I know I missed some of yours. Is
Scotty,
the center
jump
back
in with
position,
2 feet, please, like you're Romero.
Oh, speaking of Romero, there you go. Because there were so many center backs that seemed like we were linked to, like from different levels. Like you had the quality, like high level, expensive Bastoni, Gvardiol kind of talk, Stefan de Vrij, right? Those are the kind of like the top level guys. But you also had some younger, like Indica, I think would have been worth a shout to bring him in.
I thought we sniffed around him.
I thought so too. He seemed like a really good fit of a young guy that can step in right away, but he's young, right? So you're going to be able to convince Levy that it's worth it. The Hincapie, I think is how you pronounce it. He's in Germany. He was a young guy. I'm not sure he would have been ready to step right in. But again, it's another guy who, at least if you're bringing him in and you have, I don't know, how old's Ben Davies now? 106, 107, I think he is. And you have him playing behind him, right?
Like 29,
that gives
30.
you something to be excited about. But like we didn't even do. And I don't hate Longley. I'm not 100% sure that he's what we need. And on a loan deal without an option to buy, he doesn't seem like he's a solution. He's a stopgap measure. But I just thought like there were so many center backs. I mean, I didn't even say Koulibaly, Bremer, right? Like, or even English guys, Connor Cody. I think Tarkowski was on a free. Not all like I'm bringing up names that are obviously way different levels, but that's my point. There was like high level guys, young guys with potential, medium level guys. Like there were so many center backs it seemed available out there, and we just did so little when we needed to do so much. And that's kind of for me where it doesn't mean like right wing back obviously is a nightmare, but it just seems center back there was so many options for us to do something.
How is it a nightmare? We have a revolving door with it's just kind of choose your fighter, and it's real interesting. Kind of I probably could have done that better, Rob Patterson. So I apologize. To answer your question, thank you for calling me your American friend as well. That hits home, hits deep, buddy. How do I feel about this window? I was kind of talking about it a little bit earlier, but since you're new here, you said you just stumbled across this channel. I'll fill you in on how I feel personally. Can't speak for all the Americans. I can only speak for myself. I'm decently satisfied. Some states, some countries, they grade papers differently. A passing grade could be a different number, whatever you attribute that number to be. To me, I would give it a passing grade. We spend more money than we have in past seasons, at least as far as the average goes for the past 3 years. That's per Cody Mack. Big shout out to our other Canadian friend, Cody Mack. It's been about 41 million more than we typically do. So I think that's a good sign as well. We got business done early, so I think it makes the end of the window kind of lackluster, lose a little bit of that shine, that sparkle rather, that you want to see, that we're kind of used to, really, because we're kind of like, come on, we're going to sign anybody. So I, honestly, in a whole, when I take a step back, I'm pretty happy. But, like Wikipedia said, no Adama. I know this guy, he tears through opinions much like Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. much like Sonny have recently passed, but you won't catch me slandering that man.
I'm not touching that topic with the 10-foot ball tonight. So
Which one, Adama or Sonny?
Oh, Adama. We can joke about Adama. I don't know if I can answer.
I bet you're happy, Scott. We didn't get Adama. I bet you want to joke about it all night. Come on.
No, I just want him to like sign a long-term no movement. They don't have it. In hockey over here, they have the no movement clause, right? Where you can't. I want him to sign a no movement clause with another club, so that we don't have to keep going on about him. But I would miss giving you a hard time about Adama if he went somewhere else and had no chance of coming here. I'm not gonna lie. I love the back and forth about it.
If he went somewhere else, that would tear me apart. I don't know if I could emotionally handle Adama Traore playing for. I can take it that he plays for Wolves because they're not a threat. They're not like a hated club that I hate. I mean, they have the same colors that Cube's profile picture have. How can you hate Wolves? To me, I'm okay that I'm glad that he's still in the Premier League. I like to watch the Premier League more than La Liga. So I'm glad that he is, glad that he's a part of that. But Wikipedia really wanted Ndicka. I really wanted Ndicka just for the name alone. I could have a lot of fun with that one.
I knew you were gonna say that, Jacob.
But he's also was a left-footed center back, right? That's what kind of we were wanting for. That's why my least favorite signing of the window was Clementine. Oh, Clementine. That was my least favorite one. Who's your least favorite signing, Cube?
Spence.
Okay.
I know everybody's really excited about him, but the reason why, and I'm going to probably eat my words later, of course, because, he might be amazing and whatever, but I guess just because it took so long to get him over the line, and I felt really like it was squabbling potentially over like small things, and we were just waiting for it for so long. And then because we're waiting for it so long, everybody was like, this is the signing. And then he comes in and he can't even get on the bench, much less the team. Like he couldn't even get on the bench for like the first few minutes.
He got a couple minutes. Some people got really excited about him. I, for one, enjoyed seeing just how fast he was. Big up Rob Patterson. You're new to the channel. This is a good time to tell you and anyone else who hasn't. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe. Help this channel grow. Almost at 250 subscribers. So big ups to all of y'alls that subscribe to the channel. So Rob Patterson, if you haven't already, please hit that like, hit that subscribe. Tell your friends. I like to say tell your friends, tell your brother, tell your mother. They would all enjoy the show. It's a family affair. I mean, kind of. Don't tell little kids because I curse sometimes and I compare like grown men's physical attributes. So, let's steer clear of that. But Rob Patterson, I was gutted when we didn't look at Damsgaard. And we should have put more interest in Eriksson. Watch the Davies abuse. He's my countryman. Just kidding. Great response. Cheers. Big ups yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Eriksson, I could say that honestly, you want my honest opinion. I wasn't really wanting the guy. He kind of hurt my feelings. And then he wanted to leave. So, goodbye. And then you want to come back when we got, sexy Conte at the helm. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you. Wikipedia kind of touches on the point, y'all, that I was talking about. Wikipedia says, I'm less satisfied with the window now compared to the beginning. The beginning, I think it brought a lot of like excitement, hope, joy, moisture, I hope, humidity, whatever you want to call it. All the above for me, technically, because Basuma, Perisic, and Richarlison, I wasn't that excited. If you remember, I was not too excited about the Richarlison thing, but I think I'm more excited about him now than I was when we signed him. And so to me, I feel like I've kind of done the opposite of what the trend has been. And the trend has kind of been what you said, Wikipedia. A little less satisfied now because nothing kind of happened at the end. It was like, we were waiting for the grand finale, the big Hunani, you know what I mean? The big Kahui. We never got it. So when I'm talking about big Kahui, you know who I'm talking about. The moisture maker himself, Adama Traore. But we did not get him in. Gutted. Rob, where are you from, though? Rob Patterson. You said countryman. your countrymen. I guess that's Wales then. But also, you said you're just kidding, so I don't know. Scott, are you
I don't
less
think
satisfied?
just to be clear about the abuse. I mean, I just said he was 106 years old. Wasn't that the only thing that it was? Is that abuse now? Just pointing out facts.
There's plenty of people that are not satisfied with the way he. Oh, Wales. What did I say? Did I say Wales?
I think so.
Man, my short-term memory be lacking and slacking sometimes.
Maybe you said Wales after, and he was already typing it in.
Okay, big up Wales. I'm a huge Joe Rogan fan. Huge Gareth Bale fan. I like your flag. It's cool. I don't understand the dragon, but I think he looks badass. So like, I remember when I was I like the look. I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan. Can't lie. He scored. Y'all, all y'all haters. Joe Rogan scored his first goal for Rennes.
Good for him.
Juliana Perkins, big up. We had Corbin Perkins in the house earlier. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe before you go. Please. Juliana, a.k.a. Jules. Thank you for tuning in. Eugene says he's going to be here soon. Hell yeah. We get some drive time with Eugene. I think he's going to be on the way to work soon. Badashil or Ndiki? Maybe Ndika? Or Ndika would have been ideal.
Yeah.
I wanted Bremer. Y'all know I went on and on about that guy. He's a thickum. You know, I like him big and thick in the back line. And he checked so many boxes for me. He could play the center back. He could play the left center back. Kind of what everyone I think is hoping that Longley can do. Maybe he's not technically as gifted on the ball, but still, this is a guy we like our Serie A defenders of the year. So that was my pick. Scott, I was asking you, are you disappointed? More disappointed now in the window than you were? I see you saying shut up to someone.
I said stop it. Stop it.
I thought you were like, shut it down.
I'm on a stream. You're not allowed to speak. Everybody in the house has to be quiet.
I want to know what. Yeah, shut the whole house down. I do it when my family sleeps, so that way no one has to be upset with me. But are you disappointed in the window? Like, are you?
Yeah,
okay, no.
I mean,
are you disappointed now? More disappointed now than you were, say, when we were making all these signings off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, you know me, I always have a bit of skepticism in me when it comes to the club and what we're going to do, especially with Daniel Levy. So I was always a little not sure. Like, I never really trusted that we were going to do fully what we did. I did get a little excited when we saw the moves, and I early on, and I started to let myself believe a little more than I normally should have. But now that it's happened and you look back on it, it makes sense to me. I mean, this is what we do, right? The pressure was on. We made a few moves to get the PR built up, and then now, just 1 second.
That's okay. The PR moves. Sherman, Basuma, Spence, and Udogie start game week 1 next year. Does that change your idea of this window? Okay, so if this is a hypothetical, then if we're running with the hypothetical here that Basuma, Spence, Udogie. I mean, Udogie and Spence. That's gotta be. That's an appetizing sound to me. Cubes, I don't know how you feel about Spence and Udogie. They're both still pretty young, pretty raw talent, but they got some physical attributes that are nice. Basuma, y'all know how I feel, but
yeah, I think that I definitely think that they're good prospects. So I know I was saying like it was disappointing, most disappointing about Spence. That was more around like the situation. You know what I mean? Like how the signing went down. But as far as like a prospect is concerned, I think that Spence and Udogie both seem like really great prospects and can be like amazing for us, you know, as they develop.
no, I mean that's the thing is right. They're still prospects. Udogie, we're not even gonna get to see this year. Spence, we saw a cameo a little bit. Basuma, he started. People are pretty upset with Basuma, so maybe that's a good next topic since we don't got Michael here steering the boat. What's up? Ja Dank in the house. Only up from here. You are spot on, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for popping up tonight with Jacob and Scott and Cubes. They popped up as well. Udogi is special. Been watching Udinese. Me too, bro. C. Shearman. Udogi. The first game I watched him, he scored a goal. He looked special. Looked like the best kid on the pitch, honestly. Now, I will say the second game against a, if you will, better quality team, Fiorentina, I thought he struggled a little more. Was unable to get involved offensively. I think as much as he was not able to get involved offensively. I think as much as he was the first game I watched him. But I've watched him 2 games now. I got updates every time. Every time he's in the starting lineup or is going to come on. So I'm watching this guy. I think he looks good. I mean, Cubes, you know me. Them tall ones, them tall, thick ones. I like it. J.Co., I'm disappointed just because they had a whole summer to bring center back and center midfield. I agree. The center back, we did not address the situation. But speaking of summer, speaking of bringing someone in, Eugene. What's up, Eugene? How we doing?
Prospects, building for the future, another rebuild. Oh yeah, we're there. We're always there.
Oh yeah, we are there.
Yeah, we're always there. I'm okay. Not getting much sleep. I thought we would sign a couple of players and I wouldn't hop on and he's a bit so crazy, but we didn't sign anyone. But like I said, deja vu in reverse. That's all. It's just deja vu in reverse. So, being a Spurs fan for 40 over years, used to it. I think like what C Cube says. Let's see what happens after this. If we get good results against Fulham, Olympique Marseille, let's say we go and trash M City, all be forgotten. Yeah, let's say. But I'm good. As usual, driving to work. Yeah, my hands are on the steering wheel. Yeah, look at that.
Hey, I'm thankful anytime you're here, my friend. I hope you're having a blessed morning. Hope you had a blessed evening. I know things didn't quite go how we were expecting. But speaking of things going, expectations, etc., C Cube just signed up for the Lovers Lane Club. That's our cheapest option. Anchor is pissed at us because the taxes that Anchor take out, they're like, if you got to do more than $3. But a few people, I know how things are. I don't even think I could afford $1 a month at this where I'm at. So I know people struggle. I struggle. Everyone's got their own struggles. But if you still want to be a supporter, you can even do $1 a month. That's a new tier that I created at the request of some near dear people to me. So big ups, Cube. Thank you for joining that. Thank you for joining tonight as well. Let's see here.
Well, I was expecting and hoping that there would be some more. I mean, I gave you a lot of ammunition for your next pop-up, I feel like, over WhatsApp. I was like, I sent you lots of photos and lots of videos, and I'm just like really surprised that this has been so G-rated.
See, here's the thing is because most of those photos, they got saved to my phone, and I'm doing this off my laptop. But you know what? Scott's here. I feel like I may drive him away with some of these. Scott, some of these photos. Scott, I don't know if I want you to see these photos because of how bashful you were.
Seen them.
No, some of these.
Are you talking about
some of
all
those that you sent me were
photos that C Cube sent over WhatsApp, and I'm checking my WhatsApp phone at lunch at work.
What the
and
heck?
Like,
well,
people
I mean,
must think that I'm surfing porn or something. Like,
well, the funny thing is like the video. Like, I mean, the photos are one thing, but the video was just like, oh my gosh, what is this?
But
I didn't watch the video. I'm glad I didn't see that. So
to tell the truth, right, I was really hoping Adama would come in. Really hoping.
Oh, tell me that again.
I was really hoping Adama would come in. Ah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jacob's like, oh, talk dirty to me.
Yeah, that's why.
Just like that.
Repeat it. Yeah, so you wake up and you find out we've done nothing. So I guess let's see what happens. We're stuck with what we have, right? And it was really scary when we looked at the bench during the West Ham game, right? So it's going to be a lot more moments like that. I guess we're going back to last season again when Conte had no choice and he just had to stick to what he had. So I guess this season we're at that scenario again, right? So just right, what CQ, to tell the truth, right? Son ain't going to get rotated or rested. They're going to play him 24/7, 90 minutes all the time, right? That's all
I hope he doesn't play Fulham. So
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take these photos off of my computer, so I had like
Rob
topics
has a
I
really
wanted to
good
talk about.
question. It looks like, Jacob. Like, I would be down to answer that question. I'm curious about what everybody else.
Oh, here we go. Rob Patterson. So how do you guys and Lass get into Spurs? Great to see. I'm just surprised as to why. So yeah, let's go around the panel here. Scott, how did you get into Tottenham Hotspur?
Oh, let me see. When I've been like a football or soccer fan, since we're mainly North American, since I was a little kid. But more so I was like watching like the World Cup or whatever. And I didn't really have a team. So then when I was younger, my mom just went out and got Man United jersey, just because of course they were the biggest club back then. It was a Beckham jersey. And then when I got to like a few years later, I think I was about 13 or something like that, I realized that they were like the biggest club in the world, and I stopped like liking to support bandwagon teams, as I'll call them, right? So I was trying to pick out a team. I was actually looking at the library at my school, and I was looking through the standings in the USA Today, trying to find out who I could pick, and I was down between Spurs and Villa. I think at that time I thought they had cool names and they looked like they weren't top of the league. Oh, I wish I would have chosen based on top of the league. So I just picked them from that. And then when I started watching, I started falling in love with guys like Ginola back then. Because we used to only get highlights, we wouldn't get the full game. So, you know, Eugene will know from watching David Ginola, he's a perfect player for highlights, right? When all you see is all the highlights, he's great. You don't get to see the frustrating parts of the game. I mean, I still love him, obviously. So yeah, that's it. Is almost kind of randomly just almost picking them out of the paper just because I didn't want to be a United bandwagon supporter. And yeah, that was back in 93, 94 era. So I've been suffering ever since.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, seems like you signed up for a life of pain there, Scott. I see this real quick before I come to the rest of y'all. James Joris, I pray you never lose your phone and they search it to find you. Those photos would raise a lot of questions, not only with the police, but with my wife as well. She said she tuned in, and I think she tuned in right at the moment in which we were talking about Heung Son's underwear photo shoot photos, the ones that you were asking about, Cubes, on that I don't have on the stream. I'm trying to keep it a little more. I'm trying to keep my focus. You know what I mean? Can't be pulling up too many photos of Heung Son, but so yeah, it's not only weird for whoever's gonna find that phone, but it's weird for my wife who's right here in the same home as me, listening. So I love you, honey.
Not sorry.
Cubes, I'll save you for last. Eugene, how did you get into Tottenham Hotspur, my friend?
My gosh, mine's a long story, bro. It started when my father went to the United Kingdom to beat law, right? So I was actually there when I was in my early part of my life. When I was 7 years old, started my primary school there. I guess you guys would call it elementary school or something like that, right? For us, we call it primary.
Elementary in America.
Primary school. So, of course, then we were based actually quite near to the stadium because he did his studies in London, right? So, we were based in a place called Nanton Village, just about 5 kilometers away from the Old White Hart Lane. So then, of course, you used to go to school there. Then, of course, the teams that you pick up, kids around. We used to play football during recess and break and all that. There are a lot of Arsenal fans. I mean, kids who pick Arsenal and all that. But I didn't actually fancy any of them at the time. But of course, that was the interest that grew for the sports, right? Then after that, when we came back home, my dad bought, Subuto, little men that you play on grass kind of thing. I mean, sorry, on a carpet kind of thing. Have you guys heard of it? Real players. So he brought three teams, if I'm not mistaken. One was Arsenal, one was Liverpool, and one was Spurs. So by the time we reached back in Malaysia, it was in the early 80s. So that was when the time when Spurs were winning the FA Cup, right, being part of Europe and all that. So I chose Spurs because we were partly underdogs, but achieving things. Underdogs, but achieving things. You hear that, guys? Right? But now we are the largest, 6 or 8 world, and we're not achieving anything. Right? Oh yeah, we're achieving things. Yeah, we're progressing into a Champions League most of the time, and that's like a trophy. Yeah, wake up, guys, wake up. So I guess that's how I fell in love with Spurs, and it's been torture ever since for the past 30 years or 40 years. Simple as that. Yeah, I could have chosen Manchester United or Liverpool, right? Being Asian, right? But no, I chose Spurs. Yeah, could have.
I'm glad you're with us, Eugene, because I would have never met you had you chosen another team.
Yeah,
so,
true.
Real quick, Jaco says I followed Sonny from Germany and became a fan of Lucas, Jan Vertonghen, and Danny Rose. A lot of people, when a lot of Mexican fans too really like Sonny for what he did because that helped them further themselves in that World Cup. So everyone loves Sonny. That's why my mother-in-law, my suegra, that's why she likes it. Rob says yes, Eugene. Let's see. C. Shearman says I researched the game in England. Hate bandwagon fans. Saw big support in U.S., Texas for Spurs. Figured the day the title comes, it'll be like when the Cowboys win a Super Bowl again in 30 years. Hey, my friend, I'm a Cowboys person myself too, so
I've been waiting for the 49ers to win the Super Bowl for 30 years.
They went to one. They at least went to one. Two, not recently. Two in the last 10 years.
Finals. It doesn't count. They just went to the finals. They haven't won it in so long.
Hey, but they got a trophy.
Whoa.
They got a
If we're talking
AFC trophy.
If we're talking about NFL fans, I'm not going to listen to a Cowboys fan and a 49ers fan tell me how bad it's been when I'm a Detroit Lions fan.
Oh, no.
You guys were dominated basically the 80s and 90s, winning 4 and 5 Super Bowls. I think we have a
Cubes.
One playoff win 30 years ago that we celebrate.
Cubes, without getting into NFL, because I don't know if you follow that sport, but how did you get into Spurs? Rob Patterson wants to know. I believe our newest subscriber to the channel, hopefully our newest subscriber. You could be the newest subscriber. Subscribe if you haven't, but Rob Patterson's asking, how did you get into Spurs?
So, and I'm going to out myself right now. I got into Spurs about less than a year ago. So, I know Eugene already has a reaction. Yeah. So I'm going to out myself right now. So that's why I said the question was interesting. I got into Spurs and football less than a year ago. So I had previously I did like soccer. I wasn't super intense about it, but I just watched the World Cup, and I went to a few Galaxy games and stuff. But I didn't get really, really into it. And then I saw, since I'm really geeky, obviously Batman and everything, I love MCU, Marvel stuff, all that stuff, right? And so I saw an interview with, I saw Tom Holland when he was doing promo for Spider-Man talk about Tottenham. And so, what is this, club and stuff? And then I saw
tried to get Mbappe.
Yeah. And then I saw an interview that Sonny did together, and then I was like, what? There's an Asian footballer who's actually a big, star of a footballer. I've never seen that before as an Asian American person. I've never seen that before. So that was kind of my entry in. And then I started just really, loving. So that's why Sonny is my favorite player. But also, like, I just really love the club and the fact that we're underdogs, which is very resonates with me a lot, you know.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, people basically said, "Oh, you can't." I guess nobody can accuse you of being a bandwagoner because I joined like I became like a fan like right as like Nuno was getting fired, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, no bandwagoner here. So yeah.
It's interesting you say that, Cubes. It'll lead me right into my fandom of Spurs, and I'll let you in on that, Rob. I was actually working for an MLS club called FC Dallas. I was a multimedia producer for them, and I met the guy who's the co-host of this channel, United Spurs of America. His name's Michael. I met him there. He worked there. I worked there. We became buds. And then I really fell in love with the sport, with just, and this was MLS. So I was like, bro, I got to pick a team from the best league in the world. Obviously, it's going to be the Premier League. So I'm looking. I have one buddy who's a City fan, a couple buddies, United fans. And then I have a coworker, shout out Garrett. He probably ain't even listening, but he's a Liverpool fan. And they were having a pretty good year. They had just beaten us in the Champions League final. And Michael was a Tottenham fan. And I don't know. Between Michael, Heung-min's son, the logo, the stadium, everything it just started culminating, and I was watching them more, and I was paying attention to this and that, and I really fell in love with Heung-min's son. Really like overnight, and it just became like an immediate obsession. So Tottenham chose me because of Heung-min daddy, Heung-min father, Heung-min Hung, whatever you want to call him. So that's how I got into Spurs. That's why I chose Spurs, because of that man. And because I was like, I like Mo Salah. Like he seems like a nice dude, Egyptian guy. That's kind of cool. But then like, it was just like, Sonny was undeniable. I don't know. There was just something about him was undeniable. And I was like a moth, and he was that buzz light that kills you when you get too close. I just like a immediate gravitation. So Stewart says, I've liked Spurs since as long as I can remember. First match at the Lane, 1970. Big ups. My uncle took me. We beat Southampton 1-0. Alan Gilzine scored. Favorite player then, Martin Chivers. I can't claim to follow the team, but
Cubes, the force is strong in you. Welcome to the dark side.
wait, what's the dark side?
You will know. We'll explain later about the dark side.
Oh,
Okay.
just you
Yeah,
didn't
we
think
can do that.
so. I mean, I don't know, just like being.
I didn't know you. I mean, I didn't know that you were so young in the fandom of being a Spurs fan. So that means the force is strong in you. So,
Oh yeah, yeah. It's actually funny because some people will say to me, like, because they didn't know how long I've been a fan, they'll be like, "Oh man, you're Tottenham through and through," and I just laugh to myself. I was like, "Oh, that's such a compliment," when I really haven't been a Tottenham fan for all that long. Or they're like, "Yeah, she really knows football," and I was like, "No, I really don't." So, but I'm making it up as I go along. Thank you for welcoming in me with like open arms, by the way, to everybody, community,
Of course.
especially Jacob. Actually, the reason why I got like into sort of like streaming and jumping into these shows and stuff was because of Jacob and Will. They are the reasons why I started engaging instead of just being like a watcher or viewer or lurker.
Yeah. Debuted on Will
Sunny
Stewart,
apologists,
THFC
British
rants.
That's who you go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
so,
what'd you say, Scott? I didn't hear you. I was trying to plug Will's channel.
I said two Sunny apologists. No surprise that that's who CCube goes to.
Oh wow.
Also to Americans, as well.
True.
Who were kind of like just having that representation. Nothing against English, but they were just like having like the representation there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that
But-
is a regular subscriber, which you should subscribe to Jacob's
Yeah.
channel.
Boom.
Is
Do what Cube
he's
says.
just a fun time too. So I was just like, this guy is cracking me up all the time. So
I try to keep it light and fun, you know.
And to tell you the truth, Cubes, right? Actually, it's Will, Will, right? That actually brought me into this, more or less, this community, because he was more or less when I first started to join this about 1.5 years ago. There were not many channels that let fans just hop on for just, throw the link out into the stream and let you hop on and have your say. Will was more or less one of the who started it first.
Mhm.
And that's how I met Scott. Remember Scotty? That's how we met too, right? Yeah. And that Will is, well, to tell you, my channel name Persuasion was conceived on Will's channel. Literally conceived on Will's channel. Yeah.
Wow.
That's how I started Persuasion TV. Yeah. That's how I started.
Big up Mile High Hotspur. Says, what's up, my homies? Hope you touched down safely in Milwaukee, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Official sponsor of the channel. Official friend of mine as well. Big ups yourself, my friend. I'm going to go back real quick to James Jor's comment. He says, I dated a girl whose dad was an Arsenal fan, who was not the nicest guy, so out of spite, I became a Spurs fan. Needless to say, we are no longer together. I love it. That's a very unique coming of fan, because hey, James Joris as well is American Rob, so he's got his own origin story as well. Big up James Joris. Thanks for tuning in as well. Great question, Rob Patterson. Thank you for that. Let's see, where was I? Mile High Hotspur. What's up? Go subscribe over there, them boys. They're a good time as well. Stuart, big up Leo. Asian Ray of Sunshine. What's up, Patron? ¿Qué ondes? Jaco. Yes, Jacob, big up. Yes, big up yourself, Jacob. Thank you for always being a loyal supporter. James asking if you're enjoying Milwaukee, and it's going great. Rob says, thanks, guys. Amazing responses. Really interesting. Definitely a new sub for me. Boom, boom, boom. I wish I had like a soundboard. I'd be like, me, 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 me. You know, like, woohoo, new sub. Me, me, me. That'd be a little fun. Maybe a little abrasive as well. So that could be fun. Let's see. Stuart, I have to admit it. It did surprise me, QB. I assumed you were a longtime supporter. So there you go. You got everyone. And this is something, actually, it's an interesting subject, too, because I don't mean to digress too much, but you know me, I will digress. I'll digress the hell out of a conversation. Whenever Michael and I were first starting our podcast, I kind of had doubts too, because I kind of said to Michael, like, I don't know. I haven't been supporting as long as some people. Some people have been supporting lifetime, like we're American. Like maybe I just stay a fan and just kind of admire from afar. And it got to a point between Michael and I, and we were just talking so much about it with me and him. Then we had a little group chat. And I was just like, bro, I'm going to drive my wife insane if I'm on my phone all day just texting and talking about fucking Tottenham with you. So we were like, let's just start talking about it and record it. So that's how it started. And here we are today. So big ups. That's a fun origin story. There's one last thing I want to talk about. We're coming up on 90 minutes, almost full time here. But there is something I want to get from the rest of y'all that have popped up here in the chat or on the panel. I know we had West Ham. It was poo-poo. Tomorrow, Rob, the Friday show. It's a weekly staple of this channel. I'm going to be talking about the West Ham game in detail. We're going to talk about the transfer deadline in detail. This is more of a lax, just pop up, wanted to chat shit kind of show. Kind of relaxed here. It's open discussion. If you ever want to join Rob Patterson, you're welcome to join. Come have your say. Kind of like what Eugene said. I saw Will Stewart do it. And I thought that was cool. I was like, man, I want to do a show where you just put the link up. Whoever wants to come chat shit can come. Big up Colin as well. Talking ball. He likes doing these things too. So he was going to join us tonight. I think he got a little tied up, so he was unable to make it. Colin, he's the elusive unicorn. You can catch him by the waterfall, but don't you dare approach him too quickly. Now you may scare off his majesty, but big ups, Colin. Miss you, buddy. But yeah, the last thing I want to ask y'all, we got Fulham this weekend on Saturday. I don't want to, talk too much about the West Ham thing. I think we're all a little disappointed. We all kind of know, what happened. I want your score predictions and goal scores for Fulham. If you're with us tomorrow, I'll be asking the same question. So if you answer differently, I will call you out if you tune in both times. But I'll also shout you out because you were here now, and then you're here with us in the future. So I'll shout you out for that. But Scott, I'll start with you. You got any score predictions and goal scores for me for Fulham? I believe at home at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yeah, I'll say 2-2 draw. Kane with the brace, Mitrovic with the brace for them. Or Mitrovic with one, Dyer own goal. I forget. Always a Dyer own goal.
Bobby K,
Dyer's out of
hopefully,
the lineup, I'll always...
hopefully Big K's asleep by now. Or Little J. I don't know what his moniker is, but
I think Bobby K had Jay walking around the streets of Toronto tonight. He was supposed to pick him up, and I'm not sure he ever made it.
Oh no!
You're about to go pick him up, so who knows? Big K might be roaming around Toronto right now. So, but yeah, I'll say 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. Who you got scoring for us? Kane on both? Kane brace?
Kane, yep, double Kane. Well, I'm not going to pick Sonny. He's garbage, so he's not.
And that's it from Scott. We'll never see him on this channel again. His name will never be mentioned. He will be banished for life. No, I'm just
we
playing,
are
Scott.
Kane FC. We're a one-man squad, Kane FC. So I'm going to pick my man Kane.
Oh no!
One true world-class player that Spurs have. So we're good.
Tomorrow. All right. It is, if you're on UK time, Rob Patterson, or whoever's in UK, if you're listening to this, it will be at 7:30 p.m. your time. It'll be 12:30 my time, 12:30 p.m. So bright and early for me. Not that early, but hope to see you there tomorrow. We'll break down things more in depth. This is just I just want to know what we're thinking off jump here. So Scott's got a 2-2 draw. Cubes, I'm going around the horn here. What is your score predictions and goal scores for Saturday?
So I think it's going to be, if Sonny plays, which I think he probably will, it'll be 3-2.
Ooh.
And if he doesn't play, it's going to be the case. Then we're going to lose. And it's going to be, 2-1 to Fulham.
Okay. So Sonny's the difference maker here. I can't go against it.
I'm just trying to be ready. Of course you said that.
No, I mean,
negative.
I support it. I support it. It results in a win. And Sonny bagging some goals, being a difference maker. Cannot argue with that. Eugene, what you got for me, buddy? What are you thinking? Fulham. They've been pretty sturdy so far. What you think?
I think it's going to end up something like the Wolves game, right? It's going to be tight, right? And most probably, Sonny will be rested. And when he comes on the 75 minutes, he'll score the one goal to get us the win. That's how I see it.
Ooh, so Sonny's still being the difference maker here, just not starting. Yeah. I like it.
Not starting this time, yeah, just not starting.
Big up, James Joris. Hit us with your goal scores and game predictions real quick before we sign this thing off. We've actually hit over an hour and a half, so Jacob, big up Mike and Colin as well. Yes, sir. James Joris, here we go. 2-0, brace for Sonny. Come on, Sonny. Boost confidence before Marseille. Is that how you say it, Marseille? Or do you Marseille it differently? Marseille.
No, you said it right.
Okay. I'm glad that I Marseilled that the correct way. Rob Patterson, we'll try and tune in tomorrow. Enjoyed this so much. Enjoyed you, man. Glad you were able to tune in. Glad, however you stumbled upon us, that you were able to find us. We're happy to have you. Thanks for being a part of tonight. Jaco, oh, Scott M. We are happy you're here, James Joris. Shearman, just a reminder that it took Kane 18 weeks to score his second goal last year in Premier League. Very much true. I think he only had 2 goal contributions by December. Sonny's already got 1, so I ain't worried about it. He gonna come good. Best believe. Trust it. Trust it.
Yeah.
Excellent reminder, says Cubes. Rob Patterson, alarm set. Yes, sir. Hit that dingle bell. It'll jingle bell and let you know when I'm going live. Mile High Hotspur, says big up Rob Patterson. Yeah, Rob, check out Mile High Hotspur as well. Really good channel here if you're into wicked hours, or you want to hear some more American opinions. Mile High Hotspur is a great supporter of the channel. Great guys. Big up Leo. Hope you're enjoying Milwaukee, my friend. Goguma's still in the house. Big ups yourself. Thank you for Goguma's in the 10-inch club. You can be like Goguma. Become a member of the 10-inch club, if you will. Hit that Patreon link. Got it pinned in the chat. We got a few different tiers, some options here, if you will. Different membership levels you can sign up for. So check that out if you get the time. Check that out if you're interested. Appreciate everyone who's been with us thus far, who started out in the beginning, maybe dropped off, who did not. Appreciate you all. I was about to sign this show off, then I just realized I didn't give y'all my goal scoring predictions and goal predictions, etc., etc. Because Mile High Hotspur reminded me. Leo says 3-1 Spurs, Richie, and Kane. That's a Richie brace. Kind of going against what James Joris says with the 2-0 brace. For me, I think you got a good point there, Eugene, that this is going to be similar to Wolves. This is a tight team. I don't think their midfield's as good as Wolves, so I think it'll be a little bit looser, but I think it will be a tight game. There are no pushovers, there are no slacks. They've definitely gotten stronger this window. So they want to stay up. Didn't they sign Willian, that old bastard from Arsenal and Chelsea? So, you know what? If nothing else, he might have a little bit of dash in him. I don't know if he still got it, but he might. So they've got some quality players. Mitrovic, he's a good player. Scoring a lot of goals, too, against quality teams. It's hard to say that he's not exactly going to work out or do anything against us, because something that I've noticed is that these teams that don't have a solid striker or solid attackers, they seem to have bad luck against us, if you will. I say it's just, if Chelsea had Aubameyang or Mitrovic or anyone in the middle who's an actual striker, not Sterling, they win that game 4-2, 5-2 easy. So I'm a little afraid of Mitrovic. I think it's going to be tight, kind of like you said. I feel like my gut kind of saying like a 2-2 draw. Agreeing, my gut agrees with you, Scott. 2-2 draw, Mitrovic brace, Kane and Sonny with one apiece. But I'm going to say we get it done. I've been saying this for a few weeks now, and I'm ready to hit gold. I'm ready to strike. I'm ready to hit sevens. We're going to win with a late goal contribution from somebody that ain't Kane or Son. It's just going to be something crazy like a Sanchez or something. One of those names that you don't think of very often when it comes to goal scorers. I think they're going to score something late, maybe in stoppage time. We'll get the full 3 points at home. I say 3-2. And I got Sonny, Kane, and a mystery man. So that's my prediction. Goguma, sorry I couldn't come on this time, Jacob. I had fun listening in. Goguma, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a patron. Thank you for being a supporter of the channel. Thank you for being the Empress of YouTube as well. Stuart, thanks for the stream, you guys. Enjoyed it. Big up Jacob, Scott M, Eugene, and QB. Big up. Big up. Jaco, Holland has 9 goals so far. So Spurs 9-0, Sonny with 9 goals. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I loved it. I love it. Get him on track. James Joris, and they signed some guy named Daniel James. Good luck with that. Yeah, I think they got him on a loan deal too. That's weird. Couldn't perform at Leeds. Be interesting if he can do anything at Fulham.
Leeds buy Gakpo?
No, I don't think they did. But they definitely loaned out Dan James. Which, if anyone watched the Leeds documentary, there was a nice episode that was about kind of the first time they tried to buy him from United. He was on loan at Swansea at the time. And so there was something going on with Swansea and Leeds. They had agreed to it, but then United said no, or United and Leeds had agreed on it, but then Swansea said no. The player, they had done like the photo shoot. He had already stood there with the jersey. They were ready to release everything, and it broke down last second on deadline day. So that was a fun little escapade. First time I ever really heard of Dan James was watching that Leeds documentary, but I've watched him since. He's got a lot of pace in FIFA, but that's about it. He don't do much else I've seen from the little bit I've watched the guy. So Shearman says Tottenham wins 3-1, Kane, Kulu, and a Tim Ream own goal. Tim Ream own. This is very specific. Shearman, if you feel this strongly, I suggest you put a little parlay or something on that. Quadruple that money, buddy. I'm no betting expert, so don't bet your money around what I say. But I will say this: I appreciate you, Scott. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for being a sponsor of the show. Cubes, thank you for joining in. Thank you for becoming a new sponsor of the show. I mean, not really new. You're already in the Anchor Club, but now you're part of that Lovers Lane Club with Bobby K. So big ups and thank you as well for joining the show. Eugene, thank you, my friend. I hope you're driving safe. I hope you have a great rest of your day, great work day. But y'all, that's probably gonna be it. And y'all got any final thoughts before I sign this puppy off?
Yeah, it was a great stream. What would have made it just a little bit more towards like excellent if I had seen a little bit more of Adama Traore or Hum and Daddy or some of those photos, but I get it. You're trying to keep it, a little bit more on the PG side. I don't think you could ever be G.
Yeah, no, I don't know about G.
PG side.
Yeah, just a little parental guidance involved.
Yeah, a little parental
honestly,
guidance.
if we signed Adama Traore, it would have been everywhere. The photos, I would have not stopped. This stream would have probably been 6 hours long. But unfortunately, we did not get the man, the myth, the legend himself, the physical specimen. That is Adama Traore. Hotspur, big up yourself. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Enjoy your evening out there in Milwaukee. James Joyce, big up all. Peace out, Jacob. See you all tomorrow. Come on, you Spurs. That's right. Do as James Joyce says. Join us tomorrow, 12:30. So a little more than 12 hours from this second, we'll be going live. 14 hours from now, this channel. Got some special guests lined up. Dave, Irish Hotspur, is going to be joining us tomorrow. First time on the show. So big ups him for joining us tomorrow. Big up for everyone who's joining us tonight. If you join us tomorrow, much love. If you can't make it, hit that thing on replay. Or just go hit the like and holla at your boy in the comments because I'll see it. But again, thank you three for joining me tonight. Big up Bobby K. He almost made it. He had a little technical difficulties, if you will. But nonetheless, he became a sponsor as well. And you can too. Patreon.com/United Spurs of America. There's a bunch of different memberships there. Check them out. Let us know what you want to be a part of. Either way, if you're a part of this show, if you just like and subscribe, you're still a supporter in my heart and in my eyes. So I thank you. I love you. Hit that like, hit that. And come on, you fucking Spurs. Let's go. Coast.